Aloha, this is Representative Gene Ward coming to you from the state capitol. Thank you for viewing these What's Up at the Capitol, What's Up at the Capitol, Ward's What Up at the Capitol. But today's different. Today we're going to have a bill alert. There's a dangerous piece of legislation that affects our community in Hawaii a very serious way. It's H.R. 21, and it's asking for a land swap that could lead to the development on the Great Lawn of either housing or a strip mall. I want you to see what I said on the floor of the House. Let's take a look at my no vote. Speaker, my regrets that two very serious issues are juxtaposed on the OD, so I'm going to stand in strong and robust opposition to this resolution.
Okay, so ordered.
In fact, if anything, Mr. Speaker, I should rise on a point of personal privilege. There's an unwritten courtesy in this body that says if you go into somebody's district, either to campaign, to put on a forum, put on a town hall meeting, you inform as a courtesy that that is the case. Mr. Speaker, this is a territorially aggressive push into District 17 and 18. Representative Hashim in my district. No one informed us about this issue.
Will you please speak on the merits of the bill, not on your personal feelings?
Well, I said it borderline the point of personal privileges, because generally when you're going to do an incursion into somebody's district, you have the courtesy to inform them of what's going on. And Mr. Speaker, that did not happen. This reso is all about asking Kamehameha schools to do a land swap with DHHL because, and as I read, due to public objections to development of a number of properties, Kamehameha Schools is inhibited in its plans to develop the land parcel portfolio, limits the capital resource availability to the schools, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. In other words, the Great Lawn is what this is all about. All of you know where Honolulu Bay is, across from Honolulu Bay, where there's going to be a carnival in another week. That's the Great Lawn. That's the signage that says, welcome to Hawaii Kai. That's the place that we have held very dearly. So, Mr. Speaker, when you put in a reso like this and you don't consult us, you're going to put a bee in the bonnet of my community, Mr. Speaker. Kamehameha Schools knows that they cannot get this done because the Great Lawn has had 300 to 400 people at town hall meetings. They know that for 40 years we've pushed Sandy Beach back. We pushed cabins on Kaiwi back. We just raised $650,000, $680,000 to buy the Kaiwi lands. And so with a reso like this to come and say, well, we can put Hawaiian homes here, or we can put a shopping center here like Kamehameha Schools wanted to do, or a strip mall, Mr. Speaker, is nonsense. That is really pushing the envelope and really pushing the patience of my community. And when I say you're going to put a bee in the bonnet, you're going to create a firestorm in a community that has already been divided by the NOAA and the other bills that came through here about Honolulu Bay. But the point is, what we are doing is the same as, what I'm doing is the same as what Justin Cruz said. Justin Cruz says there's going to be a lot of wind and rain, and then the rain's going to stop, and then the wind's going to continue. And what I'm telling you today, Mr. Speaker, if you or any members pass this, and this is not a threat, this is a matter of fact, this community in Hawaii Kai is going to rise up, and we're all going to look like we don't know what we're doing because we're doing something for the third largest landowner in the state of Hawaii and saying, to hell with you people in Hawaii Kai. We don't care what you think about that parcel of land and what you've done for the 40 years to protect it. For those reasons, Mr. Speaker, this is a very bad and a very dangerous policy. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any further discussion on?
So now you can see why this is a call to action. Whether it's Kamehameha Schools Bishop Estate or whether it's Department of Hawaiian Homelands, there should be no development on the Great Lawn. That's been the will of the people. It's been the will of the City Council. They actually rezoned that to be preservation. Preservation means you can't develop it. So whatever the legislature is trying to do, sponsored by Speaker Suki and Majority Leader Saiki, it's something that now I want to call to you to action. We need to get people out to testify at the Senate or send in testimony. And at the bottom of this memo, you will see the URLs to click on. Please help us support the Great Lawn to remain the Great Lawn and not developed. Also, we'll be seeing you at the carnival probably in a couple of weeks also. So thank you and aloha.